I know December is a crazy busy month. Everybody's rushing around trying to get everything done, and I hope that's going well for you. We still have time though. Thankfully, we still have time. Today is December 13th, 2023. My name is Colleen Magnus. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on the East Coast in Chesapeake, Virginia, and I come to you live every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time to share some creativity with you. You were in the middle of the week, the middle of the day. I hope it's been a great day, but you guys take a break now and watch me create. I have some fun, new online exclusive product to show you. So as I said, I know December is busy for everyone. November and December are really busy stamping-wise for me. Besides the stamp clubs and the meetings and the gatherings, I do a retreat. I'm a vendor there. And then, like this week alone, Monday was our team meeting. Had a wonderful time. We do a gift exchange and have potluck dinner. Tuesday was Stamp Club. So we did Stamp Club yesterday. Today is my live. Tomorrow, my mother and my sister and I are stamping at the nursing home. We lost my dad a year ago, but we still like to go back and stamp with the residents there because we just made friends with so many of them and they love to stamp. So we are going to do that. Friday is kids programs. I get to watch Mary Jane and Everett at 9:30 for their program and Zoe at 2. And then Saturday is my upline's Christmas meeting. So the goal is to get done the week before Christmas. Still have shopping and things like that, but just to focus on Christmas because it's such a special time of the year and it just goes so quick. You know, life is so busy. So I have to let you know, I talked to my boss, Colleen. She's a wonderful person. We think so much alike. And she is going to give me next Wednesday off from my YouTube Live. And although I will miss seeing all of you, I really just want to take next week and focus on Christmas. Actually, on that Wednesday, Tyler Jo has her Christmas party, and we will be watching Everett. And I think I'm going to take him to the store. And even though he's only 2, he's almost 3. Let him pick out some little gifts for his mom and dad and we can wrap them. I just don't want to miss out on special things. So no, I will miss you, but I will come back to you live on Wednesday, December 27th. We have new catalogs that are starting. I will definitely be showing you product from there. I've already created with it and I love it. Now don't forget, I am trying to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of December. We still have, it's only the 13th, y'all. We still have time, and I only need 143 more subscribers. So I think that's doable. So if you would like, share my YouTube, you know, my channel, help me get the word out there because I love to share with people. I love to teach people, and I would appreciate all your help. So let me boot up and see who's here. I haven't seen any comments on my phone, but hopefully, oh, yes, I do see some. So why don't we just get started? And give a quick hello. I do want to tell you really quick though, and I'll remind you at the end, tomorrow, December 14th, it's Thursday, December 14th, Stampin' Up! Is offering free shipping on all orders that are $75 or more. So that's a great way to save. We all try to save in December, and it's a great time to stock up on everything that you need. So let me turn this down, and we will get started. Fun, fun, fun. Put it right there. All right. Get up in there. All right, so let me see who we have. And again, I know it's busy. Hey, Bran. Yes, and Merry Christmas. Judith, hello. She's from South Carolina. I love it. And Cindy, so glad you can make it. And Patty, ooh, from cold Massachusetts. We had a little burst of cold air here, but on the East Coast, we're not as tough as all of you who are up north. Hey, Kathy, glad you could be here. Let me see. Indian cool, but sunny. Sunny is always good, and I think makes a huge difference in the weather. So, I was telling you about free shipping tomorrow, and it is on all orders, again, that are $75 or more. And then don't forget my ordering special. I'll put that there. I was going to do this as a kit, but I'm not. I'm going to send it to you complete because as a demonstrator, I can't stamp your pieces and you would have to have the stamp set. So anytime you order from me, and you can do that at creatingwithcolleen.com, You can shop now. I always send you a beautiful thank you card because I always appreciate your business. Well, for the month of December, if you place a minimum $100 order, I will mail you this little mini album completely finished. So you could put your pictures there, you could put scripture there, anything you want. And then that is the decorated side. And again, this wasn't my idea. This is from an artisan design gal. She created it. And, oh, I don't have her name in front of me. I have to keep that with me. I said it on last week's video, and I'll say it again before the end of the month. Anyways, so I will mail this to you as my thank you when you place a minimum $100 order. But you do have to use this host code in the top right corner. Now, if your order is $150 or more, skip the host code because you're going to get free merchandise with our host benefits, and I will still gladly mail you the mini album. All right. So let's get rolling. Hey, Jane, so glad you're here. I do love how we can all come together, no matter where we are. So this is the card that I'm creating today, and it's a special fold because y'all know those are near and dear to my heart. It opens this way. It opens this way. So it says, thinking of you, I'm glad you're in my life. So this is a great masculine card, but anytime you have ducks, birds, those kind of things, it could be used as a sympathy card. It could be a birthday card, whatever you want. But you're not going to find this in a catalog. This is called an online exclusive. So the reason Stampin' Up! Has online exclusives is because they have to have their catalogs made like 2 years in advance, 1.5 to 2 years in advance. And they really can't introduce new product in a catalog because, again, you have to really plan. So by 3 times a year, they release new products as online exclusives. And you can go to my website and go under menu when you shop, and you'll see them. There they are going to release kits and also new products. So this is called Feathered Flight. And of course, I loved it because it's a distinctive stamping stamp. So that means that the detail is in there and it just gives you a realistic image. That is like tied with special folds. Absolutely love it. The paper I'm using is also an online exclusive. And you have Pebbled Path, Copper Clay, and then Pretty Peacock. So this is called Tartan Foil. You get 2 sheets of each and for only $10. So it's foil, of course, on one side, appropriately named. And then you have just foil on the back side, but more of a white image. But that is still foil. But this paper is gorgeous. And originally it was going to be for a second celebration, but Stampin' Up! Decided not to do that. So the papers they had slated for that event are now on the online exclusive store. So this, again, I just think is a great masculine all-purpose designer paper. Now, Stampin' Up!, y'all are going to have product coming at y'all in many different directions in 2024. On the online exclusive and in our kits store, Stampin' Up! Releases 1 kit a month, at the beginning of the month. Well, in January for 2024, they will be putting out 2 stamp kits a month. And they make great kits. Some you don't even have to stamp at all. There's as inexpensive as $13, but you get all your cards and the sayings to go on it. And others are all inclusive. So they have the block, the ink, the stamp set, and everything is cut and ready to create. So even if you're an avid stamper, it's great to just have some cards that you can quickly get done to send to others. Okay, let's create. You're like, I know, come on, Colleen, come on. Okay, so with this, let me show you the parts you're gonna need. From here, we have Pretty Peacock. Now this is 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I scored it at 5 1/2. This is your basic white. That is 4 by 5 1/4 inches. Here's your tartan foil, 2 1/2 by 4 inches. I guess I could put that there if you're trying to take a screenshot. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 of basic white. So if you stamp this, let me put this aside here. I'll do this part first. If you stamp the stamp set even just in a solid color, it's beautiful. Because again, it's a distinctive stamping. But I'm going to show you how to get different colors on your stamp. It's an old school trick. Many people know it. I'm sure if you've been stamping a while, you have. But it's just a great way to omit areas of your stamp or to bring different colors in at one time. So I'm going to do, this is the front, that's the inside. So I'm going to take the Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to take Thinking of You, and I'm going to stamp it just down on the bottom right, like so. Then I'm going to take the I'm Glad You're in My Life, and for the inside, I will stamp that in the top left, like that. Who was that guy that used to paint and do those beautiful things just like that? His voice was so soft, he could almost put you to sleep while you were watching him. I don't want to do that to y'all. Definitely don't want to do that. So now I'm going to show you how to get a different color on your duck. So here I have the duck, and I'm going to take Pecan Pie. Because, you know, this being a mallard, just that right there, just that little bit of green made a huge difference. So I'm going to take my mallard, I'm going to turn that over. And if you have a blender pen, don't ever throw them out. I know they'll dry out. You get 3 to a pack. It's typically a clear glycerin end that you can pick your ink up with. Chalk, you can color with it. You can blend with it. It's clear. But with a classic ink, which is water-based, you can move that ink around. Well, when they get old and dry, you can do techniques like bleaching and all kinds of things. But what I'm going to do is, since this is all in Pecan Pie, I'm just going to come in here and remove, let me get my scrap paper here. Just make sure I get that off there. I'm just removing the ink from his head. And when you clean these, you would just rub it on a piece of paper like that and go to your next color. But don't do that because you're going to kill your tip. Granted, this is old, it really doesn't matter. But when you're using new ones, don't. Now with these markers here, just like the blends, there's a thin point and there's a fat point. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But I'm going to take the broad end and come in here. And now I'm just going to color his head green, and I'm using garden green. Now there's a real attractive technique you have to do. It's called huffing. And basically you don't blow on your stamp, but since this is a water base, that's why I can talk so much, because when I huff it, the moisture from my breath is going to like reactivate all this, and I can stamp. Watch. Glad you can't see that part. And then I'll just, my block's a little foggy. It's okay. When I put this down, and when I pull it up, I just have that gorgeous mallard. So take, for example, say there were some words on here, and I didn't want the words. You could take your whole marker and just color your stamp, leave the words off, and you have your image only. If you had flowers, you could take the stamp, take your broad end, color your stems and your leaves, put different marker colors on the top, and you're good. So that's how you can bring color into a stamp at one time. Now you're probably thinking, would my blends work? No. Blends will not work because that's an alcohol marker, where this is a water-based marker. So the alcohol dries too quick, will not work, would probably stain your stamp, which isn't a big deal, but it won't hurt it. But these are the markers, and I have to tell you, I bought my first set of markers when I was 40. It was like 20 years ago, y'all. Giving myself a year there. But anyways, you know, I still have some of my original markers. They're crazy. But they had, for the fine tip, you had this little ball fine tip here. And it's great, like when you're trying to touch up words that you didn't get all of it in. But they tended to sometimes dry out. So now the way Stampin' Up! Is making the markers is you still have, see the fat line? You still have this point, this end here, which is great for coloring, brushing, that type thing. But then this end is more like the blend. I put mine up. But in fact, let me go get it. We're all here in Stamp Ready. And it's right over here. All right. So now your fine tip, it isn't that hard fine tip on the marker. It's more like this. So you still have great fine tip control, but I think you're gonna like it a lot more. And I will be replacing my markers soon. Mary asked, can you do it with the clear stamps? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Mary. You can do it with the clear stamps. I think it works best with the red rubber. I think you get a better image, but absolutely you can. Just make sure when you're stamping with the clear photopolymer that you put either a pad down or a piece of fun foam so that you got a little bit of a cushion to push into. And you should do well. Oh, Rob Ross, that was his name, Kathy. Wasn't he something? Oh my gosh, what he created was amazing. Okay, so I have this. Now for here, I have this beautiful little lake scenery. So what I'll do here is I will take my pool party, which is such a pretty color. I'm going to ink this up. And then when I turn it over, I'm going to go back to my old blend here, and I'm just going to pick up the ink on, that one's a little mushy. I'm going to take the ink off of my rocks. Here's another one. It's a little tricky to see it, but it will work. And then I have this rock here. And then you have just a little bit of like grass, the reeds that are coming up. And you're just taking some of that off so that the two colors don't blend and create some funky new color. All right, so now I'm going to take the early espresso. I'm just going to color this rock in. Give this one a little color. And again, it's nice you can talk. You don't have to panic and rush because when you huff your stamp, it's going to activate those colors. Take the mossy meadow, hit your grass, a little bit there. Close enough counts. Okay. And then when I take this and I stamp this, gotta huff. Don't blow, gotta huff. Stamp down. And look how pretty that is. So that is how you didn't have to go back and color your rocks. And of course you can if you miss a spot or something. But that is how you get your two colors on a stamp. Now to kind of blend all this because the edges are really stark, I'm going to come in here with Lost Lagoon because that goes perfect with Pretty Peacock. So let me see. We got some questions. Let me stop for just a minute and do that. Let me see. Yes, so yes, you can do it with clear stamps. Oh, thank you, Karen. I'm so glad you watch me all the time. I so appreciate that. Let me see. But this is the first time I've caught you live. Good, good. Well, I love you can catch me anytime, but I love that you are here live today. Hope you can make it again soon. How would you remove the color if you didn't have an old blender pen? Good question. Depending on the area, you could maybe take like a Q-tip. Some of them are fuzzier than others. Some are a little bit more firm. So maybe a Q-tip or probably that. It's just Cindy, just buy yourself a pack of blender pens because you're going to use them anyways. You can use a new one. You know, you really can. You're just taking it off. Just something more of a fine tip that you can brush it off. Maybe if you even, this is a stretch here, but maybe even if you had like a paintbrush, a small tip paintbrush that wasn't like really flimsy, like the little flat ones, you can brush it off. Because you don't need to get all of it off. You're just getting the majority of it off so that it doesn't mix with your marker and create a new color. So here, you know, our good old blending brushes. This is on the inside. And when I do this, I like to hold, that's not balmy blue, I was using that before. There we go. Now it's Lost Lagoon. But when you do this, start off your page a little bit. And I always start light. I like to hold the head of the brush. And then I press down a little bit as I'm going. Because if you apply, on the finger. If you apply too much pressure, right from the start, you're going to see all the little bristles. Where this gives you more of a soft look. Okay. Little fingerprint mark there so they know it's my card. It's been marked. Not really bad enough to have to fix it, because we'll put that on the inside. But I'm just, again, softening these edges. Nothing too crazy. And that's why I love these. You know, the sponges that we had, everything serves a purpose, depending on what you're doing. They were great for a darker edge, but I don't think you could ever really get a beautiful soft edge such as this. So Gwen's late to the party, but Gwen, I am so glad you are here. Let me come around. And this, believe it or not, just makes all the difference. Okay. So just sponge that with Pool Party. And now we're going to put our card together. So first, take that 8 1/4 by 4 1/4 Pretty Peacock. That was scored at 5 1/2. And go ahead and score this. Now let me show y'all something cool. I always worried when you saw my bone folder doing a video that you probably thought I would catch something from it because it had so much tape and stuff on it. It really was not pretty at all. Look at what I got yesterday. Oh, Miss Patty Ross bought me a new bone folder and she had it inscribed. Isn't that awesome? I told Patty no longer will I use the ugly bone folders. This one will be for my lives, always. And it's mine, so everybody will know it's mine. So then here, I'm going to, and I know you'll ask, where did she get that? It was somebody off of Etsy. All those creative people there. So I'm going to put my inside there. Then I'm going to take my other piece, slide under the laptop. Okay, I've got my Titan foil and another piece over here, thankfully. I don't know if it's on the floor or not. Y'all hold on 1 second. Here we go. I had cut extra pieces because I wanted to make a few of these cards. And watch, I'll sit down and it's right in front of me probably. Anyways, this is the centerpiece that I have. So I'm going to take this, fold it in half. And when you put it in here, the trick is to remember the fold has to be on the right-hand side. So when I put these together, the fold is on the right-hand side. This is going on the front. Come on, baby. Here we go. So this will go as such. Open it up. This will go on the inside. And that's an easy mistake, y'all, so be careful because we're so used to everything and opening this way and not this way. So then I'll take this, put this here. And this piece, of course, your tartan foil is going to go on the front. As such. Okay. And then when you put this in here, you can pretty much, you're going to put your tape on the back side, of course. And what I like to do is kind of set it in here. You want it in the center. Don't push anything down till it's where you want it. Y'all know that trick. Then I open it up and I make sure I like the layout and it's all straight. I like that. So I'm going to put that down. And then I'll just come in here. Now I'm just putting a little bit of the Wink of Stella, but do be careful because, again, let me get this one. It might be juicier. It is a water-based ink. You can even kind of dab it. And you're going to start blending that ink. And since it's a distinctive stamp, it's really a bunch of little dots that go together. So you don't want to muddy it up. And then in here, and you won't as long as you just get it wet, but if you keep rubbing, you will. And then here, y'all know it never does it justice by video, but put your little bit of Wink of Stella on your water. And then there you have your card. Let me show you the one without the fingerprint. That'll make me feel better. So easy. I think it's a great masculine card. Even if they don't duck hunt, that's okay. I think it's totally beside the point. And it has beautiful, you know, the ducks here like them, you can have sitting in a pond. I'll be playing with that. But thinking of you, I'm glad you're in my life. New day, new adventure. How awesome is that? So I wanted to just remind you, free shipping tomorrow for 24 hours only. Please use the host code if you plan on doing that. And then the ordering special, which is the little album with minimum $100 order. Just like that. So don't forget, I will not see you before Christmas. I am going to take next Wednesday off and enjoy the holidays, the kids. Lots going on, and I don't want to miss it this year. So I will definitely be doing that. But I do want to just wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I hope it's filled with lots of blessings from above. And I know it's not always a happy time for everyone. I know many friends who've lost loved ones this year. So just know I'm keeping you close in prayer too. God can heal your pain in a way that only He can. And I just wish His peace upon you this Christmas. So I love you all. Thanks for joining me. I so look forward to seeing you on the 27th with our new product. And I certainly look forward to stamping with you in the new year. So please subscribe, share my video if you haven't already. And I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Blessings to you all. Take care now. Bye-bye.